Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you Scrub Zero. And grind don't stop, man. Shout out to AQUA MUR for the intro, man. I appreciate it. I really do. Got me up and at 'em now. So I've been meaning to do this video for a while. Basically recapping the moves the Giants made through this free agency and my thoughts on them. I'll really just get started as far as stuff going down in March, because that's really when things started picking up. So, the start of the month of March, well, March 2nd, they released veteran tight end and veteran running back Kyle Rudolph and Devontae Booker. They cut Riley Dixon, Wade, Caden Smith. They signed David Sills, who's been up and down on practice squad. They got themselves an old lineman before the free agency really got started, and Matt Gono, he was a street free agent. They re-signed C.J. Board prior to being a free agent, and they brought in Robert Foster. Then once we got to the official start of free agency, they picked up John Feliciano, O-lineman, Jaron Williams, a DB, another O-lineman, and Mark Lewinsky, and Corey Cunningham, who was, if I remember correctly, was on the roster last season. They brought in Tyrod Taylor to the quarterback position. Not that I really trust them to have him compete with Daniel Jones, but we'll see how that goes. They surprisingly at that time cut Logan Ryan. Then they signed Ricky Seals Jones. Brought in Matt Breida, running back, Jamil Douglas, lineman, long snapper Casey Kreider, and linebacker Giada Ward. Signed Justin Ellis, a DT, Richie James, a wideout, Sandro Pletzkummer, who was a member of from, if I remember correctly, international program or something such. So he was an extra guy, and they have him on 90 now. And Max Garcia, another offensive lineman. As you see, a lot of the Giants' moves have been to shore up the offensive line. Not that they haven't tried this before, because they have, which is kind of why I'm not excited. I'm not disappointed. But they have tried this before. We'll see if this time it bears any fruit. They got themselves a few wideouts, but they're depth guys. I don't know too much about Robert Foster, if he can play special or not. I'll have to really take a look at that. As of right now, Ricky Seals Jones is going to be a key guy as far as the tight ends, provided he stays healthy. Because even if you draft some young guys, unless you tell me they're they draft a guy in the second round, I'm expecting Seals Jones to get a good amount of the snaps going into things. They got themselves a backup quarterback, or maybe he's going to compete for starters reps. And I like Tyrod Taylor, but I don't trust the Giants. That's why I thought they were going to get a guy. The guy to get would have been Mitchell Trubisky, and then they could have him compete with Daniel Jones for a starting job. Now, quite honestly, they should do that with Tyrod Taylor. We'll see if that actually works out. Though they have cut Logan Ryan, trying to free up cap space. I know they're still trying to make a move with James Bradbury, and so that's all to be seen as to how the draft turns out and who they get and whatnot. But all these, they like, we'll see. Do I have faith in them? Not really. Does that mean they can't get this fixed? No. Just this is what they are right now. So they got a bunch of depth guys, maybe what, they got 3 starters out of this group right now. Well, I'll say probably 4 because of Justin Ellis, and I don't see him getting a nose tackle that's going to start opening day. Well, it's still early in the process. They started the off-season programming. It all sounds good right now. Obviously, the draft now. Ideally, they would like to move down and get some more picks for next season, because not only is that projected where like there's going to be a lot of good players, but for a team that's rebuilding, that would be the ideal thing to do. Get yourself 2 first-round picks in next year's draft. So we'll see how it goes when it's all said and done. Of course, they still have to worry about the other teams in their division. But that's what it is. And then, especially when you talk about the big trade yesterday, Eagles trading, just swapping a bunch of picks with the Saints, getting themselves a future one in next year's draft, and then a second round pick in the 2024 draft, I believe. So the Eagles are making moves too. You know how Roseman is it Howie Roseman? Yeah. Howie Roseman just loves making trades and getting more picks and whatnot. So we'll see how it all turns out. I think this is something, at least. They still need a pass rusher, but based on what they could do, they did okay. I'll see once the draft. I'm not going to give a grade on free agency because a lot of this is going to depend on how the draft goes. Obviously, that's not to say any players will be successful or unsuccessful, because you can't properly grade the draft class until a few years in, like at least 3 years in. But I can give you a better idea as to what the Giants look like after the draft. But at least since the start of free agency, they've made moves where they could. Unfortunately, because of their past moves in previous years, they're stuck in this position. But at least the new regime is trying to make do with that. So that's what I got. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like, share, subscribe. Leave your comments. I'm gonna leave the links to my Twitter down in the description box, as well as the Cash App. Cash App is Scrub0, SKRUBZERO, and dear goodness, I feel so damn tired. This is what I get for working for those guys in the brown, known as the UPS. But that's it. And appreciate everyone checking this out. Once again, shout out to AQUA MUR for the intro. I really appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. So there you go. And until next time, I am Scrub Zero, and I shall catch you all on the flip side.